We are here to do your channel messages and what I see for your star sign in each month. Now, if you do like this content, remember to click the bell. And also we do have a brand new edition, which is the Romance Zone. So stay tuned for that. I will be bringing those channel messages with the tarot live by mid-month. So if you do wish this content ahead of the game, you can join a YouTube membership where I pre-release these a week ahead. Take care, and let's have a look at what I see for your zodiac sign this month. Gemini, welcome back. We're here to do your March 2023 update and what I see coming through you. What a big month. Yes, we have the big boy transit, Saturn moving into Pisces, Pluto moving into Aquarius, which will stay there for a while, but it's dipping back into Capricorn later. So FYI, yes, Mars is going to be transiting out of Gemini, and for many of you, you're going to be very happy. So what do I see coming up for you? Number one, I do feel you are going to have some changes happening in your career or your purpose, and whatever your goals are, you're going to become more strict on those, but you're going to need systems and organization to achieve such. I definitely see by the 7th, with Saturn in Pisces and a full moon in Virgo, you may have some subjects happening surrounding home. This can be a really great first week to get home in order, to get paperwork sorted, and to have a new chapter. It could be that you're looking critically at your routine of what you're currently dealing with, or your health or diet around this time. This is a new chapter, and I think a lot of you are going to feel super serious, maybe even a little bit run down. So look after your wellness, try to get grounded. Mars has been really storming through your zodiac sign from August last year. So eating foods that are really harmonizing, taking time to rest, taking time to tune out of white noise. Mercury also has been wreaking havoc with your thought processes, and you could have been taking things personally. The one thing it has done is been really focusing on where you're going in your life and what you're pouring your energy into. And if you have taken notes during this time, you may have changes of heart and changes of mind during its transit. We do have Mercury in Pisces until the 2nd, and I do particularly feel you can be very, very focused on your purpose and, meditating and doing things that are very harmonious to you, but trying to be realistic. You can be very strict on yourself, and your intellect at this point also could be quite quick. I do particularly feel you could be super sensitive as well. So eating food groups that can reduce that stress, that can be avoiding pacifiers, avoiding excess caffeine. Caffeine is a very good energy to plant in your room, especially if you're prone to energy vampires and psychic attacks, for those of you more spiritually inclined in the domain of awakenings. So if you have coffee grinds in the home, it can actually protect the energy. Really good time to smudge stick the home and to do a guided meditation to bring the new vibration in for 2023. Jupiter on the 12th is going to be making a conjunction to Aries and Chiron, and this is going to open up brand new chapters. If you were looking at maybe loans, refinancing, taking on a managerial role, or friendship groups, there are two polarities that can play out at this time. There can be growth and lucky wins, or there can be conflict in this area. So just be really careful with your patience, especially because Mars still will be in the house of Gemini. The other thing is, this is a once in a 50-year conjunction that is happening between the two. If we do look back in history, you can look back 50 years and see some of those potentialities that were happening around that time. We also will have a lot of focus happening in your 11th house. This can be money generation. It might be, where you can gain money, joining gyms, hobbies. I would say if you are joining a gym, make sure you go into it easy. You may be going in full throttle and you can be more accident prone. So make sure you're stretching, and make sure this month, because Mars does move into Cancer later, that you are, as an individual, child or mother, even a woman, looking after your safety and especially your home environment. Great time to look at your smoke alarms, making sure the security is tight, updating any policies that you need to, and knowing and using protection if need be. As we move to the second half of the month, the energy is shifting. And again, I can't really say one is going to be less intense than the other. I do feel there's big changes happening at a collective level. I would say have some candles at home and have things ready. Oh, a torch is probably safer because Mars is in Gemini and then it moves into Cancer. So a torch, maybe some backup power. Um, Pluto moving into Aquarius can disrupt the grid, so to speak. It might be temporary, but we're definitely going to see new innovation and technology coming through. The way we are using electricity, etc., can also come up. And I definitely see it's almost like Back to the Future. I remember in the movie they were, really showing all this great technology, and it was like so space and out there. And during Saturn and Pisces, we had Avatar. Another reason why the new Avatar movie is here is because we are having Saturn and Pisces. I think we also had Free Willy during that time and a lot of sci-fi movies. So particularly we can have some new kind of technological things coming through, but there also could be some subjects coming up within the own system that you are dealing with at home that you're having changes on, but we'll discuss that in a moment. I do really feel pretty much from the 16th, your focus is going to be very creative. You could be, this could be almost a brand new chapter for you in love. But it's also some emotions from the past can come up and it can make you eat. You can have, image ideas, nostalgia of the past. You can be looking at some habits that you have. And there is a possibility of more indulgence from the 16th and beyond. We tend to hit the cookie jar with Taurus because it's transiting your 12th house. You may be worried about finances. I do feel there's a new beginning here, and it's going to be through your mindset and what you place attention on. You're going to have a new beginning, but you need to be quite open minded and, as much as possible, try to remove the negativity. If you are using pacifiers, it can cause complications. Because it is transiting over your 12th house. So FY on that one. And be aware of that cookie jar. If you need to, put a symbol on it and say, hey, I knew you were coming, and I may just pause. Have a hot chocolate or something to that degree if you can. As we move to the 20th, we have the sun entering Aries. And then on the 21st, we're having the new moon in Aries at 0 degrees. For you, this links to your 11th house. You may have, if you were waiting to go into management, you could be going into management. You could be a leader of a team. You may be launching a creative project. This also could link to joining social clubs or subjects surrounding friends. Now, I would say there can be a brand new individual coming into your life, but you also could be maybe refinancing and getting a loan for some large project, but there could be some wealth that comes to you, and it could come in the nick of time for some, depending on where it lands. Your birth chart, you can go and have a look on astroseek.com, and you can key in your individual zodiac, and it's going to give you the placements and show you where Aries falls in your chart. Otherwise, you can book a reading with me, and I can directly look at your chart and give you a hand. Then by the 23rd, we have Pluto exiting Capricorn temporarily, taking the pressure off your 8th house. It's been there for 20 years, so I'm sure you're going to be very happy to have a holiday. If you've had lots of breakages over the years and you've had to replace a lot of the things that you could depend on weren't physically sustainable, you're going to find you're going to have some relief in that area. Any wound that was there that was really lingering for a long time to do with intimacy, sexuality, the people you could depend on, I do feel it's going to alleviate, especially if you were in a partnership and it was maybe there were subjects surrounding their finances. I feel something is coming to a close and ahead there, and you're going to be able to attract in situations inside your life that are more dependable. Mars then enters Cancer on the 25th, and I'm sure you're singing Kumbaya. The only thing is that it's moving into your second house, and we do deem Mars in Cancer as in its detriment. I would say to protect your goods, I would say make sure you have insurances. I can't financially advise you. It is linking to your physical assets. There could be disputes over your income, but this also can be something that you're quite focused on to strengthen this area. But yet again, pay attention to security, and there is emotional eating that is possible. You could be more assertive with your communication style. Just be very cautious of not projecting towards others. Have a wonderful month. Lots of possibilities in love, career, and friendships. Embrace them, be open to them, know what is happening for you, and it is not happening to you. If you do need a hand or want added support, we have our membership at YouTube. Otherwise, you can book a personal reading. I'll see you for your mid-month romance soon. Take care, beautifuls. I wish you the very best.